Welcome back to Transit Wordle. Today we are looking at airports. In particular, we are looking at the quote-unquote perfect airports. This is a term I had never heard before. Honestly, I'm sure whoever made this quiz kind of just made it up, but I like it. Basically, the idea is we're looking for the airports, and I suppose there are only 10 of them in the world that have direct flights to all 6 continents that are inhabited. So it should be fascinating. I'm not sure if this is going to just pretty much be the largest airports in the world. There might be a little bit more to that because geography is important here. There are certain parts of the world that are quite difficult to actually get to from other parts of the world. So let's see how we're doing here. I'm going to start, I think, with large coastal cities in North America and Europe and perhaps Asia, and then we'll take it from there and see how we do. If you'd like to play along, I will link down in the description, and you're welcome to do so. All right, so I'm going to start in, let's say, California. I don't think SFO has this, but I'll try them. No. LAX. Oh, let's see. Do I have to actually spell out the city? How does this work? I thought LA would have it. I guess not. Let's see. London. There we go. Okay. This could be difficult if not even LA has it. And I could have sworn they had at least a flight to Africa, which I thought would be their hardest one to achieve. Yeah, the Ethiopia Air flight that leaves, maybe not daily though, I'm not sure. Anyway, let's try New York. Okay. Oh, interesting. Honolulu is in Oceania. All right. Well, would Honolulu itself count? Probably doesn't have any flights to Asia or Europe from there. Let's see. How about Paris? Yes. Okay. Hong Kong. No. I think Oceania actually is going to be the hard bottleneck for a lot of these. So why don't we just try a city that's there? How about Sydney? No. I'm getting some show notes here, but that does not count. Wow, this might be a lot harder than I thought. I need to move faster. Let's do Beijing. No. How about Seoul? No. How about Tokyo? Wow, all sorts of notes coming up here, but no correct responses. This is difficult. I mean, I'm not sure what else is out there. I guess Atlanta? Atlanta is there. Okay, how about Sao Paulo? Maybe the key is to think of spots. Well, no. I mean, Lego. I'm basically just going with the information it gave me up there. See if there's any clues there. What about like Perth or Melbourne or somewhere that's not Sydney, just because they've got a little bit of an easier time getting to Europe? No. Wow, this is a surprisingly difficult quiz. And we've got just a little less than 3 minutes left. Where else in the world are there going to be a concentration? I mean, I guess maybe I need to go to the Gulf states. I mean, is that the key to this? It sounds like it might be. Istanbul, I guess didn't make the list, but Dubai and Doha are both there. What else do we have in terms of like major hubs that are kind of in the center of the map? I mean, Dubai and Doha. What about like Saudi Arabia? I mean, are there flights from Mecca or from Jeddah? No, that's not a big enough hub, I suppose. Maybe Moscow? I'm not sure. No. What about Delhi? Or Mumbai? No. Bangkok? No. Singapore? Wow, I'm not really sure where to go geographically here. It's certainly not just the big cities of the world. Trying to think of some perhaps outliers here. What about Addis Ababa? No. Cairo, they have a bit of a hub there, but apparently don't make the list. What about like Tel Aviv? We're missing quite a bit here. I'm curious to see where we don't have coverage here. I mean, what about? I mean, I'm just kind of thinking here about big airports in Europe, maybe Eastern Europe in particular, but it's not a bunch. How about like Rome? Not that that's Eastern Europe. Could it be something like Las Vegas, just because that gets a lot of tourism? No. mean, could it be Anchorage just because of their geographic location? Can't be that either. Wow. How about some of the large, I think I already tried Seoul and Tokyo and Beijing and Shanghai. I mean, there's a bunch of other smaller cities that are still huge in China, Chengdu and Chongqing and Guangzhou. Maybe Guangzhou? No. Jakarta? Man, there's some region of the world that there's some that I'm missing here. There's something that is key to getting this right. I am very curious where these airports are going to end up being. I mean, I'm kind of just stabbing in the dark here. Where else has really good international coverage? I'd have to think it'd be right in the center of kind of Middle East, Eastern Europe, are the big cities. Well, let's see what we got. Wow, a lot more North American coverage than I was expecting. That is fascinating. Yeah, I should have got that. I didn't think that there was much going on to Oceania from the East Coast of the U.S., but there is. Toronto and D.C., both I kind of, first of all, thought they were too small of airports, but then also was thinking that it would be very difficult to warrant the demand. And I'm not even sure, I guess apparently there is flights that directly go there. You know what it might be is that they include Honolulu as part of Oceania. And maybe that's I wonder what this list would look like if they didn't do that. Anyway, and then Chicago, I feel like I always forget about Chicago. Always under the radar, always underrated. Anyway, very interesting list. I hope you enjoyed this as well. Let me know how you did. You probably beat me. I only got 50%, which is not great. So let me know. I'll see you next time.